Hey Cancer, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your next 5 days. So this is timeless, but it is March 29th, and I'm doing your next 5 days. Energy, love reading, Cancer's next 5 days, and we're calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, because I don't want to talk to anybody else. And this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's going on, Cancer, for this next 5 days in love. All right, here we go. Okay, Cancer. The first thing that I see is the big picture, and the big picture is talking about being action-oriented. This isn't a time to, it's always a time to meditate. This is a meditation card, but this is talking about not being lost in meditation. It's about coming out of meditation with some ideas and then acting on them. So that's the big picture, being action-oriented. So let's go to your higher self. Your higher self is the Queen of Swords reversed. What this is telling me is that you're trying to get really clear on your intention. What's going on with your intention? What is it? What is it that you want? What is it that you want to focus on? It's getting very clear with your ideas about that. It also feels like there's something that's happened recently that has kind of knocked you off of your intention. Like you had an intention, you thought it was clear, and something kind of knocked you out of it. And I feel like it was somebody's energy that knocked you out of it, Cancer. It was somebody else's energy that was coming into your space, and it almost feels like you were taking on some of their energy, some of their intention, or lack of intention. There we go. That's a better way to say that. It kind of knocked you into a spiral when you were going in a straight laser line. So that's what your higher self is talking about. This is also talking about some negative self-speak or just being hard on yourself. That's really ultimately not helpful. Like, get it out of the way, recognize it, and then stop doing it. And then here your angels and guides are talking about something going on with some unfinished business. There's something that has not been put into completion. There's some cycle that has not completely ended just yet. And this is all coming from a place of the Ten of Cups reversed. So the Ten of Cups reversed is, on one hand, something has ended. There's tens or endings. But on the other hand, it's like, I got everything that I wished for. And now what? Now what's next? What happens now? And it's almost like you got all the stuff that you wished for, but you didn't completely, once you got it, you didn't make a plan for what was coming forward or what was coming ahead. So the heart of the situation is talking about, let's see, we've got a King of Cups and we've got a Knight of Swords reversed. So the King of Cups, this is funny. I was going to say this is my dreamboat card, but what was just about to come out was this is my doozy card. So it's not a doozy card, but with the Knight of Swords reversed, this feels like the heart of the situation has to do with what somebody that you thought very highly of, something that they said. The Knight of Swords reversed can come fast and furious with some words that are not kind, but they're also words that are coming before the person has a big picture of what's actually going on. So there's some fast and furious conversation or some kind of conversation that happened really quickly, and it was with someone that you truly loved, and there's some aftermath because of this. We've got the Four of Swords as the big picture reverse, like being action-oriented around something, and we'll get into that a little bit more. But then happening now and into the near future, we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is very specifically not being action-oriented about anything. It's about sitting and not taking an opportunity that is being offered to you by spirit. It is the Ace of Cups that is sitting there waiting for you, and you're not answering the call. So let's see what this is about. It's like, be, very much so, be action oriented and not answering the call. Let's see why. Even the Page of Cups is here in your advice. And the Page of Cups in your advice is reversed, and it's saying don't answer the call. Being action oriented about not answering the call. What the? Okay, let's see. What is this about? Yep. The Four of Wands. This does have to do, Cancer, I actually feel more so it's not about answering the call so much as it's about making the call. It's like, be action oriented and not making the call. Yeah, the Hermit just flipped over. It's like, you need to continue to stay in some healthy self-reflection. So this is like, be action oriented about staying in this healthy self-reflection and figuring out what the hell happened here with the heart of the situation. And ultimately, this is not you. This is this other person. And so it's almost like they need to do some work. They need to do some figuring out of whatever they need to figure out. And that's none of your never mind. You have to kind of like keep your eyes on what it is that you want. And on one hand, the Four of Wands is a marriage card. But what this also is it's a foundation card. It's a foundation for complete happiness and joy. Whatever it is that your goals are, what your desires are, it's like the foundation being created for that. And it's also an 1111 card. It's a soulmate, twin flame type of card. But this is about you holding that space and holding that energy and staying in that space and staying in that energy. So I feel like this is more so you not making the call. And the reason why is because the other person's not ready. And if that's the case, you do not want that. Okay, so let's look a little bit more here. So release the idea that a decision has been made. Okay, Two of Swords reversed. And I have resistance to believing that hope is lost. Here's the Star card, and it's reversed. I have resistance to believing that all hope is lost, which means that also there's momentum behind the Star. There's momentum behind healing. There's momentum behind your highest and your greatest potential. There has not been a decision that has been made just yet. Release that idea. So what is this decision about? Is this your decision? Is this somebody else's decision? What is being decided? Here's the Lovers reversed. It's like, release the idea that this decision has really come into full fruition. Like, here's this World card. It's reversed. There's unfinished business about a twin flame decision, a love decision. That's pretty clear. We've got some twin flame cards here. We've got some unfinished business here. And we've got someone who said some pretty harsh things without having the full view of what was going on. I'm also feeling like there's someone here that is needing to do some shadow work that they are possibly unwilling to do. They're fearful about doing their own shadow work. So Cancer, I want to look at the other person and what's going on with this other person. This other person looks like masculine energy. And what's happening here with this other person? Their higher self, Knight of Cups. So there's a ton of love in this other person. There's a ton of love. This is the Knight in shining armor. This is the Knight whose quest is love. So this other person, what I'm hearing, feels guilted and shamed. They feel guilted and shamed for some reason. I also feel like this is something that that's part of the shadow work that they need to do. This feeling of guilt and shame. Something that comes up in them when they're triggered. You can probably hear Rainbow over there. She's just stretching it out. She's not hurt. Okay, and so also when I'm asking more about this other person, and what's going on with them. They have a ton of love in their heart. And then here's the sun reversed. It's like they're not allowing themselves joy. They're not allowing themselves the experience of love. It's like they're protecting themselves. Here's the Five of Swords. They're afraid to open, to feel this love. They're afraid to be vulnerable. They feel like they're going to be deceived. This is the shadow work that somebody else needs to do, Cancer. And this is why making the call or making even a communication effort, this is like not the right time, because they would react and respond in the same way. So, and that's just not helpful. That's just not going to get you anywhere. Okay. And you don't want that. I want to look at your advice, more advice. Here's the Seven of Cups. Here's you focusing. So here's you not making communication efforts, and here's you focusing on your own shadow work, on your own things that are coming up from this communication. Like, what was that? There are things that came up from this communication for you that you're needing to deal with. But the thing is, you're aware and you're dealing with it. All right, King of Cups and Knight of Cups. What is it that you need to deal with this shadow work so you can move forward in love? Oh, goodness. Here's the Devil card. All right. So there's definitely some lack of connection with the shadow self when it comes to this person. They have themes and patterns that are not serving them, and they are not seeing them. They are not identifying what they are. And in order to really dislodge and release these patterns and themes, they need to actually take responsibility for what it is that they're doing or what it is that's coming up for them to be healed, instead of projecting onto someone else, which looks like is what happened here at the heart of the situation that was really hurtful. Okay, let's look at past, present, and future, Cancer. In the past, here's the Strength card. It's like, I was strong. I had to stand up. I had to stand up for myself, and I had to be my own boss here. I had to tame my own emotions and move forward and like be the parent of the inner child self. And then happening now, we've got Judgment reversed and we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is like changing channels, switching channels from one way of doing things that wasn't working to a different way in order to move forward and make things better. So this is moving forward and making things better from bad decisions or past decisions, past lessons that have already been learned. It's like, I'm not going to wallow and sit in the past or past frequency that doesn't serve. I'm going to switch channels and see what happens here. I'm going to switch my energy and see how that affects my environment. I want to get some more clarification on that, Cancer. I see you get the Empress card. That's right. So you had to be your own parent, and you moved in the past, you moved forward and you're like, I've got to switch this energy up because I can't just sit here in this Queen of Swords reversed upset, like what the hell just happened. I'm like all knocked off of my intention here. And you're like, I need to switch channels and get back into my Empress energy. Oh yeah. Okay. So then the trajectory, Cancer, is talking about the Four of Pentacles. It's talking about protecting your heart. It's also talking about holding on to your resources and not just giving those out to anybody that needs resources. It's like you need to hold on to your own resources and do some of your own healing right now. And here's the Ace of Wands. This is about unplugging. It's like you need to take some time for yourself, most likely to heal from this conversation. Let me ask more about this heart of the situation and conversation. Good Lord Jesus, Cancer, the Tower card reversed and the Ten of Swords reversed. Okay, so this conversation that has got you in your Queen of Swords reversed here is, you know, something that completely blew you out of the water, but it is in the past. It's a conversation that's already occurred. And here's the Ten of Swords, which pretty much is like the ending of something. But this is about kind of even being over the hill of the ending of it. So something ended and now you're in healing mode. You're kind of like over the hill of the shock of it, it looks like, and you're moving forward. Ooh. Okay, let's look again. Here you are at the Four of Cups happening now and into the near future. And this is, you know, holding back, not taking that Ace of Cups, but that's also your advice. It's just like, hold up. You're not doing that. Be action oriented in being self-interested is what's going on. And that's where you are focusing your energy on Empress energy and on the big picture of solid foundations in really cosmic love is what it looks like. I want to look at your happening now and into the near future, Cancer. Here we have the Six of Cups reversed. It's like, this is you. This is another like soulmate connection. This is this, you know, past lives connection. But you're like, okay, there's some kind of cycle that's completed here. It's upside down, it's reversed. Something has, you kind of like dumped the cups out. It's like, okay, clean cups, Alice in Wonderland, let's try something new, clean cups. And moving forward away from this particular part of this journey. Wow, Cancer, this is a doozy. It turns out that that King of Cups card was a doozy card and not just a dreamboat card. But that dreamboat is having his own issues. And of course, there's no gender attached to the cards. This is just how I am talking. But that person who's doing all that shadow work, that ends up being quite a doozy. And they're on their own spiritual journey for that truth. Let me ask your higher self, what else do you want Cancer to know? Death reversed. You're still in transition too. It's like, be gentle with yourself, unplug, do some healing work. Looking at your trajectory, yeah, like, here's the wounded warrior. I was going to say this could be you, but Cancer, we definitely can be the wounded warrior, especially when we're in healing mode. However, I don't feel like that's you in this particular energy. I feel like that's this other person coming in as a wounded warrior. And the Page of Swords, right? It's almost like someone's going to be contacting you or letting you know how they feel wounded, or how they feel like they are hurting in some way. All right. What else does your higher self want to tell you? Your higher self is also talking about the King of Wands coming in. So the King of Wands has a lot of energy and a lot of exuberance and is very directed and knows what he wants and knows how to get it. Okay. He's not afraid of fire and passion, that's for sure. What about this King of Wands energy? Because I don't feel like that's your energy coming in. I don't feel like it's your higher self saying you are this right now. It feels more so like, right, you're coming in as the Queen of Cups. Your higher self is talking definitely to you about using your intuition and listening to your high heart. And this King of Wands coming in, make sure that those, right, this is possibly, here's Temperance. So this is possibly this King of Wands coming in. I feel like it could be this person who's needing to do some shadow work, but this could also be another King of Wands. This could be a different king. This could be another person, but somebody is coming in and wanting some alchemy with you, wanting some healing, wanting to, what I'm hearing is revise some things, wanting to revise some things. It does to me feel like there are two energies here. So it could be this person who needs to do some shadow work, but it could also be another person who's saying, hey, let's revise our situation. And your higher self is saying, you need to use your intuition and your heart and figure out what it is that you want. And that Queen of Swords down there reversed, you need to figure out with your intuition how to write that Queen of Wands so that she's right side up, so that you know exactly what your intentions are. So you just take some time for yourself, Cancer, to figure out what it is that you are wanting to move forward and do. And I want to pull from the psychic deck here, just as an oracle, and just get some advice from your angels and guides and see what is it, Cancer, that your angels and guides want to tell you to focus on around all of this for the next 5 days. Okay, here we have spiritual union, the Two of Cups, but it's reversed. It's like this is talking about very specifically in all of this, you need to get into your own energy. That whole thing with your Queen of Swords reversed energy, that is you not being in your own energy and you dealing with somebody else's energy. And that's why you got kind of like knocked off your game, sort of. So you need to completely clear your space and get in your own energy and figure out what it is that you want. I'm going to pull another one. Oop, one already wants to come out. Yep, here we have partnerships and alliances. Here's the Three of Wands, but it's reversed. It's like, again, before you move off into the future and start manifesting rando things, you need to figure out what it is that you want before you send it out into the universe here, send it out into your future. You're going to end up manifesting things that are not your own. You're going to manifest things that somebody else wants because their energy's in your space and you're the manifester. So there you go, Cancer. That's what I got for you for the next 5 days. Let me know how that resonated with you. Thank you for being with me today, and I will talk to you soon at the beginning of April. All right, Cancer. Have a good rest of your month. Love you. See you. Bye.